I feel like we could probably start talking about
Sure.
stuff, and he can. I'm sure he will be able to find his footing if he pops on and discovers us
Yeah.
discussing Revelation space, which a term which is name dropped 3 or 4 times in this week's
Yeah.
reading.
They he said this thing.
He did say the thing a couple times.
What is this? Some kind of revelation space?
He said, "I'm so sick of all this Revelation space."
Yeah.
Um,
And then he jumped up and said, "It's revelating time."
you're right. Yeah, that was my favorite part. My favorite part was when he said it's revelating time and then revelated all over all those bad guys.
Yeah.
The man in
Um.
question is named Lascale. I again don't have
Yeah.
notes in front of me.
Let's scale the madman who went to the shroud.
Yeah.
So yeah, in these chapters, did you get all the way through chapter 7, or did you go through chapter
No,
6?
I lied. Yeah, I got to chapter 6, and then I did a bunch of other things like eating food and driving sports cars and,
Fair, fair, fair.
uh, you know, spending money on fancy clothes and going to the
Yeah.
casino. Had a big afternoon. I'm smoking a pipe, Doug.
Oh,
I'll be perfectly honest with you.
I
No.
suspected. I suspected that would be the case.
Um, man, I also the boy, I will tell you, I basically every time I have recorded lately, I feel like, well, I mean, I always feel old for some particular reason, but I feel particularly old because every time lately I have mentioned the weather, but it's fucking insane and like having an effect on my health. I don't know if you can hear that I am filled with fluids in my sinuses, but
Yeah, it sounds like it.
the cold air
Yeah.
has come rolling down out of the mountain, and it has yeah, it has affected my sinuses and also my, yeah, it's fucking cold right now. The last time we recorded, which would not you and I, but the last time I recorded, I was talking about how hot and sweaty and covered in grass and yard and stuff because it was
Yeah.
95 degrees, and now it's 60, I think.
Yeah. A giant flood rolled through and cooled everything down.
Man. Um yeah, so I didn't I'm not sure. I guess I didn't ask. I almost thought this was going to be a universe where there were not like alien races.
Oh yeah, we meet both of the aliens.
Oh, these are both of them?
Um uh
There are
yeah,
two
I
others
I
than.
think I don't know if I don't remember if there are more. These are the big
Okay.
ones.
Okay.
The jugglers and the shrouders. And there's a bar
Cool. Yeah, the
in
jugglers and the shredder.
in Carousel, New Brasilia, a station in orbit around Yellowstone in
There
the
are a
Epsilon
lot of
Eridani system. Yeah, and yeah, there's a bar, the juggler and the shredder. So they're the pattern jugglers, and they're a bunch of like algae.
yeah,
They're a sentient alien ocean.
semi connected bits of RNA and DNA,
Yeah, and
and also algae and
yeah,
tendrils and.
and they know that they're they refer them as the pattern jugglers. Like there's multiple because that you can they found them on multiple different ocean worlds
Yeah.
in around the local space.
Yeah, one of them is named after a recently popular brand of seltzer.
Yes, exactly.
A little extra
Um,
juice in the spindrift.
yeah. There's a novella, like a sort of long short story from Reynolds called Turquoise Days,
Ooh,
um, about a woman who lives her life on a pattern juggler world.
Cool. I bet that's nice. I bet it's nice to commune with the ocean and feel its memories.
It sounds really terrible, actually. Not just
Oh,
not that part. The whole like the worlds are actually pretty inhospitable for humans because
uh,
like imagine like when I say ocean world, like imagine um
oh,
like
yeah.
an ocean world. There's no land
That does
at
sound
all.
awful. Yeah.
Or sometimes there's like just a little bit, but it's like it's not hospitable for there's no place to like farm, there's no place to grow food. It's not like there's a lot of fish to eat it.
Do
It's
you
like
think
complicated. Life is tough and complicated,
do,
basically.
do they get mad if you eat like chunks of the floating algae?
I don't think they care, but I don't think you can eat the pattern jugglers.
You can't eat the juggler flesh. Lock.
Yo,
What do you think about eating the juggler flesh?
I would probably avoid it.
Yeah. Seems
Uh,
yeah, sentient.
just
I
purely a
mean,
texture. It's just purely a matter of texture.
I think what happens is when you're eating it, it's eating you.
Right. Yeah, maybe it I wonder how bad it wants to like
It's like a
get inside
69
you.
situation.
Mm.
Yeah, but there's a thing. More than one character is a plot point in several places. Have swum in the pattern jugglers' oceans
Yeah,
They've
at
had their
least
patterns juggled.
and had their minds taken apart and put back together.
a couple of them that we know already right now.
Yeah, Sajaki has done it. The captain apparently did it before his melding plague got too bad.
Oh, I might not know that yet. Or I might have half missed
I
it.
think they mentioned around the time that Sajaki is mentioned.
Yeah,
Sajaki I feel like it's speculative, but now I'm getting hair splitting never But anyway.
yeah.
Um I'm not sure if I heard about the captain, but I don't mean to anyway.
Yeah.
I'm at the end
It's
of
okay.
chapter 6.
That's about where I'm at also.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I got a little farther. I was like sitting on the subway and I was reading, and then I got to the end of chapter 7, and I was like, well, I'm still 45 minutes away from home. I'm not just going to stop reading because
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
I'm
I got
not
to the spot.
I'm not sure if I should say that. I don't know if this encourages bad behavior on my part or anyone else's, but when I saw that I was functionally ahead of where Locke was when you said you were getting onto the light hugger with
Yeah.
I have such a problem with the word Volyova, the name Volyova. But when you said where you were, and I was like, oh man, I'm like 2 chapters ahead of that. I was like, you know what, I'm not that worried. And then I drove my sports car too long.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely this week has been a kind of a shit show.
Yeah, as always. Yeah.
Yep.
But my commissary to you if it's
Yeah.
extra shit showy this week. Sorry to hear.
No, it's just butter spread over too much bread.
Oh
syndrome,
man,
you know?
boy, yeah, like a 1,100 baguettes stretching as far
Yeah.
as the eye can see.
Just an infinite nacreous baguette.
An ever excreting baguette out of like a Play-Doh extruder.
Yeah, and then just like a little bit of butter.
You know
That's
that
looking at it.
you of course know the robot that has to scoop its own oil back into its self.
Yeah. Oh, we're creators of horror. We humans.
It would be fun to put like an MLM in there and have it like talk about what it was doing.
Yeah.
Ask it how it felt
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the situation. We were talking about the fact that there are two, I guess, primary alien species that we've now
Yeah.
met in this week's reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jugglers, and then
Oh well, I
The
guess we knew
Shrouders.
about
Well,
the
there's the
Amarantin.
Amarantin also.
Right, okay, yeah.
oh
But
wait, actually yes,
they're
the
not
Amarantin.
as far as I know,
Yep.
they're not particularly about.
No,
Yeah, they do seem to be
You know who they
absent.
you know
They're
who I
quite
think
extinct.
of. You know who has been mentally cast, what alien race I'm constantly and whose artifacts
What
I'm
the
thinking
husband turns into in Beetlejuice when he puts his hand in his head.
Yes, that's exactly.
nice.
The Chozo from Metroid.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
their artifacts and their, type of architecture and culture is
I-
what I'm picturing on underneath Pavlova or
I kind of picture this thing,
Resurgam.
Nice.
Oh, you have yes, what thing do you
This-
picture?
this rock here.
Oh, that looks yeah,
Looks like a bird
totally.
skull. Bird
Yeah.
scully. With
I
the
know.
rock.
Yeah,
That is a
it's,
rock?
It's a rock. It's a rock. It's sort of haunted, but yeah.
A haunted,
that's
a
what I think
haunted
of.
rock.
Yeah, it's faintly haunted by alien bird ghosts. I think of also I don't know how far you got in the Altered Carbon series, if anywhere, but in the third book, there are some alien upload bird ghost horror things.
If
Oh
he
Spoiler
right.
alert.
if he was eventually played by Anthony Mackie, that's about as far as I got.
No,
No, in the books
No,
that
that's
part never
not
showed
him.
up in
I
the
haven't even
show.
watched season 2.
Is season 2 Anthony Mackie?
Yeah,
And the first season is RoboCop? Who else is that
yeah.
guy?
The first season is a guy named Dan Lackman.
That's not Rick
The
Flag,
second
is it?
season is Anthony Mackie.
Okay.
Mackerel.
So
Mackerel?
Captain America, Mackie, I believe. Sam Wilson.
That's not the one who knows special math.
No, but he has a strange virtual reality affair with his bro in Black Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror. Yeah.
Who was I curious about? Oh, the first guy. Yeah, is that Rick Flag? I always feel like
First.
I can't just type the name of a
There
character
were,
into IMDb. I wish I could.
I believe there were 2 Falcons, and I couldn't remember the names of the 2 gentlemen who played them.
Oh, in Marvel?
Yeah.
No, it's just Anthony Mackie.
Really?
There was another
No,
guy with the
there were
set of
two different.
wings.
There were 2 War Machines.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm thinking of War Machine. I haven't watched a lot of those movies, so I'm not sure.
Yo, yeah. Oh man. Wow. That RoboCop movie was like not terrible.
Yeah, that was my take.
Didn't watch it.
I mean, you
Any-
can't beat the 80s.
Well, you
RoboCop.
could never fucking beat goddamn RoboCop. I don't know if anyone
Right, you
thought that
can't.
was going to happen.
Yeah.
Oddly similar, but weirdly, I don't know. I guess I recall it as being boring. Really high contrast to the Total Recall remake that I feel like probably came out maybe even like a year earlier than that.
I feel
Didn't
like if
watch
you're
that
going to
one
do a
either.
remake, you should do something that wasn't that good. But maybe then you don't get the hype.
Yeah, because RoboCop and Total Recall were like the 2 best movies ever fucking made.
They were amazing.
Yeah, really hard to match up again. Why don't you take like a cult classic that's kind of like a crapper overall,
Yeah.
to be honest, and then try to
They
Yeah,
never
like
do that.
Logan's Run or something.
Oh man, yeah. Yo, people are ready for Logan's Run, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They tried
I bet they
to.
are.
Did they make a new version of Running Man with Arsenal?
Oh.
They did. I
Oh.
kind of liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched it on a
man.
plane the other day.
I should watch it. I can't believe I haven't. I feel like
I liked it better than the Schwarzenegger one. I mean, I felt like it was very fuck the billionaires.
yeah, it is
Fuck the government.
it is insanely that. And like not that I don't like that and that story and
I was gonna
want to
say
see that,
but
but
that's a pretty popular.
no, I would like to see a remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger one though, because I mean
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
not the story is the new Running Man and the book are nothing like the Schwarzenegger game show.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
original. I've read the original
Nothing.
story and seen the
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger one. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the remake. If they stuck more to the book on the
The
on
remake,
the new one,
yeah, the new one, yeah,
yeah, it's a very like
very different thing. Yeah.
down with the aristocrats,
Down with the man.
down with the
Yeah.
man kind of thing.
It's a very
Yeah, and,
timely.
In the book, he flies a passenger airliner into a skyscraper.
Yep.
He doesn't do that in the new movie.
No,
They decided that.
I mean,
Oh well, you know what? I don't know. You know what? I've not seen it actually. So
you haven't seen it?
no,
Oh,
but
okay. I was gonna say.
I heard a rumbling
Uh,
that I heard a podcaster say, "Well, of course he didn't fly a passenger airliner into a skyscraper. They didn't let him do that."
He got
That's what I heard.
close.
Okay, they got close.
He-
Okay,
He definitely flew a plane into a building.
well that's cool.
okay.
There wasn't anybody on it. I don't
Okay.
think.
I mean, that's,
Okay.
you know, and if you need to fly a plane into a building, I recommend it to be
If you're just
passengerless.
sensitive to buildings flying into planes and you're worried about your audience, just take the people out and fill the building with aristocrats.
Yeah.
And
Because that's what the people want to see. That's what your audience wants.
yeah, yeah,
Blood.
yeah.
So, yeah, so the jugglers are, you know, I mean, they're not really like the founders, the Dominion, but
I see. It's not even clear that they're the alien race. As far as I know, it's possible that they
okay.
are a
Oh,
technology
the
left behind by something.
I did notice that the word seeded was used to describe
Yeah,
juggler worlds.
yeah. They
Um,
might like. I got the impression, and I don't actually remember a lot of this, so I can't be spoiling it. But yeah, I got the impression that they might just be sort of a computer system
because the founders will like rewrite your DNA, but they'll turn your whole species into a specialized caste of their,
of
you know, of
Wayuns.
their of Wayuns, yeah, of their culture.
Yeah.
These
Yeah. No,
guys
but
will
the pattern jugglers won't do anything. They're
they'll
just
make
kind
you
of
weird
there.
for a little while.
Yeah,
And that's the thing is like Sylvester eventually, we eventually learn how Sylvester uses the jugglers to get to the Shrouders. Um,
hmm
because
get close.
Lascal, who you started to bring up near the beginning, the crazy man who went to the Shroud first.
Yeah, we've got Let's and Pascal, which is funny.
Yeah. And they he tells Sylvester like see this little drawing I made, memorize it, and
Yeah,
when you go into the juggler ocean, bring that into your mind and it will summon a
a
shrouder
transformation.
mental transformation to be put onto your brain.
Yeah,
So
Crazy, yeah.
it's like, yeah, it also tells him to like sacrifice
Think about
or to
this
like
rune and bring
bring
information.
bring something information dense as a gift. Um,
those jugglers.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you know who
yeah,
I
it's
was.
almost like a process. It's almost like a
Yeah,
program. Like you go there, you ask it to do something, and it does it. It doesn't like care or otherwise have its own sort of identity or um, impetus almost.
Yeah,
You know?
if you just fuck around with it recreationally, it's like mushrooms. It's like you
Yeah,
just take them and you can be like, whoa, or you can
something
take
will
them and be
happen.
like, I'm going on a fucking vision quest.
how?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Bang.
But it's kind of like that, but also kind of like going up to a giant biological computer, like a million years advanced from you, and just pushing buttons at random and seeing what
Yeah,
happens.
it is kind of like that.
It is said at one point that the juggler ocean saves all of the information, including the whole DNA, like imprint and genome or whatever of all of the people and
Yeah.
memories that of everyone who has swum in the ocean. And it kind
Mhm.
of it says the text talks about being dissolved and reborn in the water, but I don't it is not talking about people actually being dissolved into goo and then coming back
Yes.
together
I
out of
think
the
No,
that it
ocean.
that
I
is.
is
think it is a
that is
that.
that is literally what it is talking about.
Oh, it is really.
It takes
People
you
turn
Yeah.
apart.
into goo goo.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
vanish.
You
You
were
oh.
become
dissolved.
you
I sort
dissolve
of
into the ocean.
there
And
were.
maybe they'll put you back together and maybe they won't.
Oh,
Yeah, and
it
also,
seemed
which
like
is
it
kind
might
of
be more
interesting
metaphoric when I was okay.
Nope.
because it's
Oh,
essentially the Star Trek
so
transporter.
it is like the founders a little bit more in that
Yeah.
case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Except you don't even have to be a founder. You just jump in.
Yeah, I don't like the transport. Yeah, you can be anybody. Yeah, you just have to be DNA.
it's
Yeah.
like does it put you back together or does it make another one?
Yeah, which does it
And if
do?
it's the latter, what couldn't it just do it again?
Well, that does seem to be inferred that maybe it could do it again, yeah. Or even, put some imprint of your mind into someone else if they picture a magical rune.
Yeah, some holy math or whatever those
Yeah,
things are
some
called.
holy math. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, so
Yeah.
then
And
there's
then Yeah, and then there's the Shrouders.
The Shrouders from the
Yeah,
Shroud.
they're cool.
Yeah, the Shroud is a bad place to
They-
go. Don't go near
Yeah,
there.
The space
And
time
just-
around there is rough.
Yeah, and just like the jugglers, there's more than one. There's multiple Shrouds around.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're
And they're
all
just-
over the place.
They're almost just like big black nebulas, but like the edges, instead of being like nebulas, they're like it's like a black hole that doesn't.
Oh, you know what? Are they
doesn't-
spherical? I
that
had always
doesn't black
imagined them being
hole.
spherical.
Yeah, I think so. I used to
Okay.
imagine them as being a sort of nebulous, and then I started imagining them as spherical, actually.
It's
but
the
yeah,
I think it's the event horizon, not literally, not the movie, but like the idea of an event horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you go, yeah. You become
yeah.
entangled.
It's like a black hole, but it's described how it doesn't black hole like a proper black hole.
Right.
Like
It
you
doesn't have
should be
Hawking
seeing.
radiation. It doesn't have
Yeah.
a spin. Yeah.
Yeah.
It bends
Uh,
space in some type of way that would require all of the potential energy in the inert mass of
Yeah,
the
in the
universe.
galaxy.
The
No,
galaxy.
the entire universe,
Yeah,
the entire
all of the
observable-
mass.
all of the arrest mass of the entire observable universe.
That's way too much.
That's
Anytime somebody says
that's
something like
impossible
that
to
to me,
think
I'm like,
about.
oh,
That's, yeah,
you don't actually really understand how big the universe is. No, I mean, like, I know Alistair
Okay.
Reynolds must. Like, I've known anybody.
Probably.
But, like, whenever you say, oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
as big as
looked in the
universe,
back of
no.
this book. He has a PhD in astronomy.
Yeah, so he knows.
And he works for the European Space Agency, where he used to.
That's a cool
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Space is just
So-
incredibly big. Is
Yeah,
all.
he knows his space. He knows his physics. So
Just
Um,
really, really incredibly big.
yeah, but nobody knows what those shrouds are. People were poking at them for a while. Eventually, this guy Lascaux got bored of poking at it, and he said, "What if I just
Just fly right in there.
I'm gonna go do the good old human science trick of just fucking poking it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna poke that shit. You know, I'm gonna do like that dude in Prometheus and take my helmet off and poke the snake.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I feel like a couple Star Trek TNG in particular guys were doing this kind of thing. There were a couple scientists that just kept poking something until they, vanished.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Poke it until you yoke it. That's science.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the yeah.
I was
As they say.
Yes, as they say in science.
TITYI.
I was looking at replaying Skyrim, and there's a quest in Skyrim about a mage who's like obsessed with the disappearance of the dwarves, the Dwemer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't want
So
to
he
you don't want to
sends
poke
you-
around down there. That's
Yeah, he sends you on all these quests to get all this old Dwemer technology, and he starts to like try to figure out what's going on, and he's like, eventually at the end of the quest line, he's like, "Why isn't this working? God damn it, it makes no sense." And then he hits something, and he vanishes, just like the Dwemer,
man.
and he never comes back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of the Dwemer.
They
It's an awesome
they
quest.
dug too deep and shit, man.
yeah. And,
I mean, it was Morrowind that got me into the Dwemer just because it was illegal to have their artifacts. And I was like, oh, well, then I want them.
Well, I'm gonna get all of them. I'm gonna collect as many as
Yeah.
possible.
yeah,
Put them in a cabinet and look at them.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So these shrouds, nobody knows what they are. They're just like these weird gravitational space-time kind of zones, and they're obviously artificial because there's no way that they could have formed by natural processes.
Yeah.
And there's stuff in there.
And there's stuff in there. People,
Stuff we
Cool
want.
stuff.
There's
People-
cool
Yeah.
stuff in there. How do we know?
Ooh, ah.
How do we know there's stuff in there we want so bad?
Lascaux
Just because of
has
Lascaux?
has been told that there's cool stuff in there that you want.
So then why was
cool stuff
but
that you can't have?
so why was he there before knowing there was cool stuff? He just science. Gotta
So-
know.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay,
know.
yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well, at first they were
You
just
gotta
like, just
yoke
gotta
it.
know. Gotta know. We're just studying these things. Gotta know. And he was like, I'm gonna go poke it.
Was this guy an employee of Calvin Sylvester?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was an
All right.
employee of the Sylvester Sylvester
Oh, so yeah.
Study Institute for Shrouders.
Okay.
Or something.
So that answers
Sylvester
that's the
Shrouders
answer to
study.
my question. We had a whole
Cyst.
fucking institute to find out about these guys.
Yeah.
They're, these guys are fishy crab guys, by the way. Like,
I love
Yes.
that there's
They're,
like
they're crustaceans.
um there's no governing body beyond basically a planet or maybe a system.
Oh
Like
no, not at all.
because
Yeah, there's no
communication just like
hegemony
it's
of
not
man.
possible, right?
Yeah,
Oh
And I
yeah.
like that he's like, nope, that's not a thing.
yeah. He can
I
just
was
go do
thinking
what
in
he
terms of like
wants.
it not
Yeah,
being illegal to poke the Shrouders.
yeah.
Like,
Because
who's going to
Sylvester's
tell you?
like, yeah, because Lascal pokes the Shrouders, and what happened, and he describes how he gets sucked in, and it turns out there's like a sort of defense system there or something that like reads his
Yeah,
mind, and his mind is like almost close enough to the Shrouders that it's like, I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
like rip you to
positive.
pieces. Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
positive
know that you're
here,
not a
Yeah.
Shrouder.
but I'm pretty sure you're not. So instead of just pulping you, I'm just gonna spit you back out.
Yeah,
But he says that during that, brain read, he learned that the shrouds are like
for the coolest video
treasure
games are.
Yeah.
treasure boxes. Yeah, cool treasure boxes
We
that the
put the
That's
cool
where
shrouders
shit
Half-Life 3
here.
is.
locked all the cool stuff in. And so, and Dan Sylvester has that attitude of like, well, if I can break it open, then I'm worthy of having it,
Yeah,
which
if I
is
can get it.
I remember someone telling me about how some places that there's like a cheating culture in university and school, and it's like, well,
Oh,
it's like if you're smart enough to outsmart the teacher, then
right.
you deserve the A.
Then you did.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter that
Then
you,
that
Kobayashi
that
Maru,
then that
right?
was the assignment. Yeah.
yeah, doesn't matter that
Yeah.
you didn't learn the actual information or whatever. Anyway, um, but yeah, it just continues to go to show what kind of person this guy is. So, um, yeah, so he goes to
It's
spin
his
drift
family. Yeah.
to get a juggle transform to make him think like a shrouder, and then he gets himself frozen in, and they have like he gets like three other people to do it too, so he's got backups, and then they all go down to the shroud, and
They're
he
not
goes
okay.
to Revelation Space,
Yeah.
and then
Title card.
everybody's pointing and saying the thing he said the thing.
Yeah,
That's where were you here when we were making the jokes about
invincible jokes.
no about the
He
he said
said the
Revelation
thing.
Space. He said
Lascal.
the
Oh
thing.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lascal
Lascal
Oh, I,
says
says
I
it,
it.
heard that.
Lascal says it 3 or 4 times, and then
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
Sylvester says it, and it's like, yes,
And Lafèvre does not make it.
Lefebvre.
Does
Yeah.
not make it to Revelation Space. Yeah, we didn't quite exactly mention that if you do not have the Shrouder like mind, you probably get turned into spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gravitational forces.
Oh
Which I
god,
guess,
the description of like she's scared and she's terrified and the space is collapsing, but the last place that gets damaged is her brain because it's where the transform is. And
mm,
so like her consciousness is the last thing to get shredded is terrible.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, that's horrible.
Yep. Um.
Anyway.
Yeah. Um.
yeah. So Dan's
But
listening
yeah.
to her scream, and as
Yeah.
he's going into the Shroud,
Yep.
and do we get a real clear description of anything that he learns other than he's got to go find? We don't get a real. We know that he then turns
Nope.
towards the Resurgam, but
Nope.
yeah,
It turns out that he got like when he comes back out of the shroud, everyone else is dead.
yeah,
All the people who were like, "Oh yeah, we're hanging out at a safe distance," have been like ripped to shreds by like gravitational attacks. Some gravitron beams from the
Shroud was not
shroud or
amused.
whatever. The shroud was not amused. They're like, "Yeah, don't play tricks on me, motherfuckers."
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to get the lighthearted running all by himself, and then he flies home. Yeah, and I think that's kind of it. I think they kind of give up after that. Apparently he's like, "Well, that's not working," and
Now I have to dig for obelisks.
yeah, I don't feel like repeating that experience again. Maybe I'll dig some obelisks up instead. This seems more safe than the Razor Storms seem more
Yeah.
safe than
Yeah, I sort of.
the Shrouds.
I guess I
feel like
wasn't sure if like part of this something about this experience had informed him about the Amarantin, and like he had become obsessed by doing this, and that's why he is now digging. But The text certainly does not specifically say that. That just sort of
Yeah, I mean,
this
there's
is what was in
implications
my
that
head.
you can get some weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the text does not say that, but you have actually touched upon something that is true that you find
Okay.
out
It
about
seems
much later.
it seems that way. That doesn't seem like a big leap in logic.
Yeah. Something happened to him
Yeah,
in
something happened.
Revelation
Something
space.
Yeah. That's the fucking title.
Play like the Inception music.
Yeah.
Wah.
Okay.
I feel like the difference between Sylvester and James T. Kirk is about 4 dots in charisma and 4 dots in resources.
Mm.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Kirk has
yeah.
tons of charisma and no money, and
Gotta
Sylvester
find
has
the
no
unknown.
charisma and tons of money. And
Gotta
but
find the
otherwise they're
unknown.
both like, I'm gonna go stick my life in that.
Some amount
Yeah.
of obsession as
Yeah.
a flaw or
Yeah.
a yeah, I guess that is what
Gotta
obsession
Because
is.
people will
gotta.
follow Kirk because he's
Yeah.
got a good chin. People will follow
Mhm.
Sylvester because he's got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but nobody likes Sylvester.
Very
They're all kind
important
of assholes,
family.
except for
Yeah.
Pascal, apparently, who, like, I guess, kind of falls in love with him.
Yeah, like I guess. Well, she might not like her
Yeah.
dad very much. That does happen.
Is it some type of I don't know if there's any what do you call Stockholm.
Well, she's
There's
his
some kind
daughter.
of some type of Stockholmery go. Yeah,
Reverse,
no, well
reverse,
she's
reverse Stockholm Nightingale syndrome. She's not his nurse. She's not like nursing him as like Nightingale syndrome.
and she's
So,
not exactly his captor, but yeah. So I guess kind of neither of those things.
yeah. I mean, she's
She kind of
she's
is. She's kind
she's
of
the she's the daughter of his
she's
captor.
she's part of the
She's part of the regime that overthrew Sylvester and put him in prison for 10 years.
yeah surprise.
Yeah, if you do an autobiography, on
Also, it's
somebody
been
for
10 years here.
Yeah.
like you probably and you get to know them that well.
I feel like
it's probably hard not to have some empathy for them.
First of all, it's
Yeah.
very difficult to write an autobiography about another person other than yourself.
Well,
But that would be interesting.
I was gonna say
There's
it's
a
almost
story
impossible.
there. There's some kind of like
Yeah.
all you zombies story in what I just said.
Yeah.
Anyway, boy, I don't know if we just touched on a whole bunch of things, but yeah, Pascal is writing a biography of a guy that discovers a huge hollow black ball deep below
Maze.
the surface of the planet. Did we touch upon something like this in some
Yeah, a
other
couple
We-
thousand
we-
kilometers.
recently?
Yeah, we didn't get
400 meters
not a
wider.
couple thousand,
Did
not a couple thousand, a couple kilometers. That's all. Just
400 kilometers.
So-
Is it a couple thousand meters?
yeah. So
Oh,
a
right.
couple-
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So eventually, what happens is Dan's been under this for a while, and he's like, fine, write your biography about me. I know it's going to be also a fucking hit piece. You're gonna make me subtly seem like I'm such an asshole and I've made such terrible decisions. And meanwhile, I'm reading this and thinking, I'm like, no, that's because you are an asshole and you have made terrible decisions. But okay, no amount of self-reflection is gonna make you realize that, apparently.
Yeah.
But he does, say like, okay, fine, you can write the biography, but in exchange, I want you to go back to where that fucking obelisk was.
This dude
I want you to
loves
do
that
some.
fucking thing.
He's like, I'm gonna make a trade.
Obelisk fetish.
I'm gonna give you this information, and what am I gonna ask for in exchange? Science. I just need you to do more fucking science. Dude, I don't want freedom. I don't want
I
you
can
to
dig
like
from
let me
this
out.
cell.
I don't want you to put me on a light hugger back to Yellowstone to get away from you. Just let me do more science, please.
Let me at least do the math. Let me do the math for the people in the field. Keep digging. Dig that up. Please dig that obelisk up. I need to see that obelisk. See, this is why I'm like, he needs to. There's something he's looking for that the Revelation space told him he has to find on an obelisk, and he's going mad from the revelations that he had in space.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah,
That seems like a fair share.
assessment of what might be happening.
Yeah. And so
What a bastard this guy is.
Niels Girardot, who is Pascal's Girardot.
Gerard
Uh,
Depardieu.
yeah.
Gerard
Gerardo.
Depardieu.
There's a lot
Forget
of
it.
French. There's a
There's a lot
lot
of all
of
kinds of languages.
well, what it is when Alistair Reynolds talks about the language and the culture of people in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Um, they say the primary language is Canadian, which is supposed to be a portmanteau of Canadian and Asian.
Yeah.
So
Asian
because the
is a whole
people,
language, huh?
yeah, well, because or maybe it's that, or maybe like Cantonese Asian or something like that, because
Oh, okay, okay.
a lot of the people who settled Yellowstone were um, were Chinese, but also a lot of North Americans.
Yeah.
I found it interesting
Bring in a
that
French
he
kind of.
mentions like
Yeah,
they
so there's a
scanned
bunch of
Viljova's
French names.
terrain on the
Yeah,
inbound, and they're like, "Oh, I detect that you've got like Russophone language
Oh,
structures.
right.
Maybe
yeah,
primary
Yeah.
language
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
modern
Yeah.
Nord."
yeah. Norta.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I
and
see like
Norta. And
that.
so there's all this stuff that's like clear, it's got clear roots in Earth, but isn't.
Yeah,
And then at some point he mentions that there's Chinese music. And I thought it
yeah,
was super cool that it was like, yeah, and this culture is still fucking around. It's like this has been it's been a very, very long time it's been around and it's still
yeah.
going.
There's
I thought
some
that was cool. And
I
the Burundi
in
drums.
yeah in other books it talks about specifically about the Canadian language. They use like pictographs, like Chinese pictographs
Okay.
Mhm.
for the written language, and there somebody complain at some point. I remember somebody complaining about how like the grammar of this language is so tortured. Um, but you know, anyway, it's cool. He's got like these roots and stuff. I don't think I'm trying to think about like all of the Alistair Reynolds Revelation Space universe books.
Spin-offs. Yeah.
He never once goes back to Earth, I don't think.
No.
No. The earliest stories he tells are on Mars, before the invention of light huggers. But still not Earth. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Um,
cool. Oh, okay.
you don't know what's going on Earth, and it's yeah. You assume again, it's like he never said anything like, "Oh yeah, it was destroyed" or anything like that. But you just kind of assume the same old bullshit's happening, and
Mhm.
you know,
That's not where the
um,
interesting stuff is.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
Um,
tons of places like that. Tons of places people are from.
yeah. Yeah.
No big deal.
Uh, anyway, Sylvester, yeah,
Yeah, he's getting a holographic biography made about
yeah,
him,
all
and
right,
also,
yeah, and
um,
then right, and then they dig under the obelisk finally because they don't tell him. He's like, they're like, he's like, please go dig up the obelisk, and they're like, fine, 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 we'll go dig up the obelisk. So then they're like, oh, we found the obelisk, yeah, 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 and they don't mention all the other shit they found. A gigantic alien sphere made of like diamondoid
Yeah.
self-repairing black material, and inside this gigantic sphere is a labyrinth through the darkness, and
And
inside the
inside of
labyrinth
that,
is a gigantic alien city
well, at quarter scale, a
at
model.
quarter scale, but still big enough for like
But
regular people to be walking through, and like it's still gigantic and enormous basically. um yeah, like 5 kilometers below the surface of uh the Resurgam. And very crucially, all buried after the solar flare that
yes,
torched the
the
planet,
event.
because they can tell from the obelisks that the obelisks were all exposed to that solar flare.
And then
Like
they
they find
were
more than one
buried in
obelisk, and then
stone
they were
caskets.
buried after that. Yeah. So
yeah, that's very peculiar.
yeah,
And
so everyone's like, "What? Huh?
They shouldn't be able to do that.
That seems pretty That seems pretty unusual. In fact, this whole underground alien city made out of impossible materials seems pretty unusual. Um,
there is a temple to a winged god with a little bit
yes.
of a story about the mythology of the Amarantin, and
Mm-hmm.
it is, Yeah, there's a bunch of speculation the winged god might be blasphemous because they believe that they traded their wings for intelligence. And Sylvester is speculating that the winged god may be a visitor or another a spacefaring race that came to them. I'm kind of not recalling exactly.
He's speculating that the culture of the Amarantin, as they can tell, over many thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, had this remarkably stable creation myth and cultural story about how they shouldn't take to the air because they sacrificed their wings on purpose to become intelligent.
Yes.
So they don't fly.
To the bird maker.
Yeah, to the bird maker, the creator god. So, but he's like, but what if there were a bunch of Amarantin who are just like scientists who are like, that's dumb. That's a stupid story. Why don't we just try flying? Why don't we just try it out? And they must have been heretics. So he's imagining that they went off somewhere and became these technological Amarantin who are the ones who built this, underground sphere and
Understood that they were in a binary system.
understood that they were in a star system and somehow observed a neutron star that would normally not be observable out on the edges of their star system,
Yeah.
and maybe even genetically engineered themselves back into having wings
Maybe.
and then made statues of themselves.
Ah, okay.
Maybe.
We don't know. This was they're all there. They were.
So,
Does it say they've been dead for 1 million years? Because that's a long time.
Basically a million.
Yeah, 900,000. They keep saying 900,000 instead of rounding up to a million, which fair. Fair shake.
It's like
But yeah, 900,000 years.
That's a long time.
Very long time.
Yeah,
Human beings, Homo sapiens, like modern Homo sapiens, weren't really around at that point yet. Like we were still like pre Homo sapiens hominids.
Sahelanthropus.
Something. I don't know. Homo erectus.
Australopithecus, maybe? I don't
know. Australopithecus is real early, actually. That was like 4 million years ago.
Well, Dan is examining
Neanderthals around. Anyway.
Around 1 million, the Neanderthal? Because that's, okay.
Neanderthals were around then, I think.
So the Sahelanthropus may have been earlier than that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make note that among the things that Dan reads and translates while he's looking into all this mythology and stuff is that he encounters a rune that, part of it is the rune for the sun, and the other part of it means the act of thievery. A sun,
stealing it, you might think.
A sun stealerizer, one who steals the sun stealer.
Pascal is like, what could this be? Some kind of a sun stealer?
A thievery of the sun?
I must be in some kind of revelation space.
This book has a lot of ideas in it other than just having a lot of fucking words.
Yeah.
This is just ideas upon ideas so far.
Yeah.
A lot of people riding around in ships and having fucking ideas.
Yeah, there's barely any plot so far, honestly.
Yeah, really. A little bit of digging. Someone goes to jail for 10 years. That's a long time.
What's going on with Corey and Volyova while all this stuff is going on with Dan Sylvestre?
What the fuck? Man. What is the Mademoiselle?
The Mademoiselle
is she a beta?
Well, no. With Corey, she is.
No? I guess that's part of my question.
The real Mademoiselle is not a beta, but the Mademoiselle has implanted a beta of herself in Corey's head.
Okay.
To be basically like her video game assassin handler, for this
Cortana.
mission, which yeah,
Yeah.
Cortana, which Corey is extremely unhappy about. She's like, this was not part of the
This
fucking
is some
deal.
bullshit.
What the hell?
Corey is having a lot of non-elective surgery. Not even non-elective,
She's having a lot of non-elective
non-consensual surgery. Yeah,
Yeah.
She's like, well,
She's been
so it turns
shanghaied.
out actually you didn't have a routine error that separated you from your husband.
Right, yeah.
You had a routine error and your husband's still here. Actually, that probably wasn't error at all.
A vampire
A vampire did it to you and your husband and kept him in case you were useful.
Yeah. Here he is. This is him.
Yeah.
This is him in its pod.
Your assassin shit worked out. So
yeah, but I'm only gonna
Here he
give him
is.
back to you if you go and kill Dan Sylvester in some planet 20 light years away
yeah.
or something.
But first we gotta wait for a ship to come by, and that's not going to be for another 20 years.
It's
so
a
why don't you just go
remarkably
to sleep?
convoluted scheme to kill one person.
Insanely. Really?
Considering that, people are not particularly durable.
No,
I guess
if
space is
they're
big, but like
in reefer sleep. Oh, you mean you don't think Dan Celeste is going to be alive by the time that this whole plan?
In general, it's
there's
like
a lot of fucking
you
sleeping, going on in this plot.
all right, let's wait 100 years. Oh, thank God he was in reefer sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
otherwise he'd be dead of old age.
Well, here's the thing: is that it's not taken for granted, but biological immortality is kind of a thing.
Oh yeah,
people are doing
Chasm City.
At this point, so. Dan Sylvester has the technology available to him. Like maybe not on Resurgam, but he's had like the shit done to him that can just be like, I'm gonna live like 400 or 500 years probably, and I'll die of old age in 500 years. I'm sure in 500 years they'll figure out some better technology, or I'll make myself an alpha, one or the other by that time.
Yeah,
but
you could still it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to trick someone into going. Like, no, just fucking pay someone.
Yeah, that's the thing is like she tricks Corey instead of just paying her. And this is the funny thing too is that when Corey finally is like, "Hey, I'm gonna sign up for with your crew, Volyova," and she's like, "Great, somebody hit her over the head."
Yeah, yeah. She was there. She was applied for the job. She told you she wanted the job.
She wanted to be here.
I wanted to be here. Why'd you have to hit me in the head?
Don't you need her head to be in some kind of recognizable condition?
Yeah, but then they pump her full of loyalty drugs and loyalty mimetics and stuff. Try to reprogram her brain.
Yeah,
maybe that's just Volyova's kink.
Probably. Again, it's like as they start to describe it, like Corey begins to say as they goes on, like she realizes the crew of the Nostalgia for Infinity are not like most ultras.
Yeah, these people are fucked up.
They're not traders.
Yeah,
they're not flying around from place to place to do trades and get some stuff and make some money and no.
They got a bunch of cyber rats.
They're weird. They're militant. And they have 40 Hell-class weapons in the hold of their ship.
40.
Some of which can take apart planets.
Yeah.
And they've used some of them.
And
it drove a man mad.
On enemies.
I am sort of curious.
Am I getting ahead of myself? Is that in a later chapter?
No. This is all. This is all stuff. Yeah,
I haven't gotten to that, but I've read the book before.
They show her the weapons. And,
yeah. No, this is all. This is. I think this is chapter 6 that we're talking about when this is.
Yeah.
Happening.
So this is what's up with the Nostalgia for Infinity.
But they talk about
their captain Brannigan found these weapons at some point somewhere in an asteroid around a brown dwarf. Some absolutely empty, lifeless place. And they snatched them. They don't know who built them. They said maybe the conjoiners, but this doesn't really seem like something the conjoiners usually build, but also they're the only people who have the kind of technology to do that kind of thing. And Volyova dedicated her entire life, and like her predecessor before her spent their entire life dedicated to sort of unlocking the secrets of these.
How do you shoot this gun?
Yeah,
these guns.
How do you
get
it?
Planets, And again, I'm not sure if I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think Corey spends a little while speculating in her head, like, holy shit, do these guys even have a reason to have these guns?
Yeah.
Are they gonna like unlock them to do something with it? Or are
Or
they
do they
just
just
kind
want
of,
to have them?
or are they just wandering around all tooled up
This
because
is
they don't want
exactly
anyone
the
else to
last thing
have
that I
them?
read. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, like exactly like imagine just like a bunch of like thugs and mafia dudes, rolling down the street and they find a bunch of fucking nuclear
Nuclear
weapons.
weapons.
There's the weapons from Men in Black. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Right.
these will
No.
do.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, yeah, these will do, you know. And it's like, what are you going to use those for, guys?
Well,
And
we
they're
got
like,
I
them.
don't know.
I don't know. We
I
got
don't
them.
know, but we got them.
Yeah, we have
If
them.
you're chill, nothing.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything with them. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
that's the deal.
Yeah. I like when Voyova brings Kuri into the chamber for the first time, and like Asma just as they're about to go, and she's like, "Most people find this very unpleasant the
Yeah.
first time it happens." Like that's a great thing to say to someone.
yeah. The chair is described. I like the way I imagine the gunnery chair is like it's like encased in like these in like a sphere that rotates so that you can like be like if the ship is maneuvering, you can be like
Right.
braced against the gravity,
Yeah.
the direction of
Yeah.
the G forces. But it's also just like packed full of wires and cables and madness. And the whole chair itself, I'm just imagining, looks like this sort of like crazy HR Geiger fetish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the from Alien, like that
Yeah.
chair. That's what I'm picturing, and
Yeah, kind of like that for sure.
yeah,
Pilot,
the
yeah,
elephant
yeah,
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
and with the implants, with the gunnery implants, you become one with the weapons. It's
That's pretty Metal Gear.
it's pretty yeah, it's very Metal Gear. It's like, man, there's so many that we're playing Lancer soon. I'm thinking of
Oh,
Mech
boy.
Warrior too. They those
Yeah.
games too. It's like, oh yeah, you pilot your mechs by like putting on a neuro helmet, by having like a neuro link connection to
Drifting.
your
Yeah.
mecha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
drifting,
plug depth.
Pacific Rim style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's plug depth LCR.
Yeah.
Whatever. You can't the
Synchro ratio.
Synchro ratio.
ratio 0.
Yeah.
Are we
Um,
gonna watch the movies?
I
Uh,
I that was not my intention, honestly, to be
Okay.
perfectly honest. I was like, I'm perfectly happy just watching just the series and ending with the silly bullshit like
Yeah.
reused
Okay. That works for me.
animation like ending. I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, this is the actual end of Evangelion. The movies are too much. The movies are like, I don't know. They feel like they're designed to. They feel like the piece of media that's
Harm
designed to
you?
like hurt you. Yeah.
that's sort
And
of.
while yeah, and while
It is said.
yeah, and you know what, I can appreciate that kind of art. I can
Yeah.
enjoy that kind of art from time to time. I don't usually like going back to a piece of art like that when I've experienced something like that and being like, wow, yeah, there's emotional weight and depth to that hurt me almost reading that or watching that, and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was a good experience, but I don't feel the need to repeat that. That's
I only
okay.
need that once. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to do that again.
They are really
cool.
an assault on the senses.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I mean, I feel as though I haven't watched them.
You feel as
Like,
though you have though.
like another person has watched
Yeah.
them.
Well,
But
a previous
like-
iteration of my
In-
software, but the code has changed so much.
including the
Like a-
final one.
like reported the back to you.
The end of Evangelion and
3.0 plus 1.1.
I haven't seen any of the new stuff.
Oh, wait, what? I thought
no.
I thought we discussed 3. with
I
each
watched. Maybe I did. It could be even another.
Yeah, right.
But I think I
But-
watched like
Okay.
half of 3.
Okay. Anyway, those are an assault on the senses. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you're ever curious, if you ever want to drink deep and descend and fucking despair, but I would rather watch Gurren Lagann. So,
Yeah, I think we should watch Gurren Lagann.
yeah,
Honestly,
it's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Yeah,
more of an anime.
let's do that.
I,
It's
I've
a
never
lot more
seen it.
like an episodic anime where mechs
and I-
fight.
dude, and I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch. I
Mhm.
want to watch something new. I'm in the mood for
Yeah.
something new now.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Um. Anyway, yeah. Oh man, yeah. You guys didn't get to chapter 6. Chapter 6 is Pascal and Sylveste's wedding.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
so I did not get there yet. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that would be 7. I finished 6.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
6 is the weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hooray
7
hooray for Sylvester and Pascal. Boy, Sylvester is such a shitty guy. He's so mean.
he's bad, man.
He loves obelisks.
Loves obelisks. I don't know what Pascal sees in him. Honestly, I don't know why he
He's an
likes
obsessed
Pascal
biographer,
instead
journalist.
of an obelisk.
Should marry an obelisk.
Yeah.
An obelisk. You love that Amarantan city. Go marry it.
Oh, you know what it is? I bet this, and I don't know if there's anything to this or if this is just a joke. I bet she doesn't like Sylvester. She likes Calvin.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that there's something about that you find out very soon. There's a lot of stuff. I was reading through chapters like 7 and 8, and I'm like partway through 8 now, and I'm like, oh wow, there's a lot of stuff that just kind of like comes out in these 2 chapters. Like Sylvester just reveals a bunch of secrets. I was like, oh wow, forgot about him doing that. All right, cool.
I knew that because it talks about how he lets her talk to Calvin. Calvin can take over his body to work on his eyes. We knew that stuff.
Yeah. So this Calvin that they have is like a beta, but it's like the best beta ever, basically, because when Calvin was alive, he had his every fucking waking minute recorded, and then like fed back into this program.
And
it's very beta.
But still, no one knows where the alpha is.
The location of the alpha is some kind of big mystery.
Where's that alpha?
Was that part of what he's being interviewed about? Is she kind of interviewing him about that as well? But he's not giving that up.
Yeah,
That's a big
She's
secret.
like, what did you do? What did you do with it? And he's like, I'm not going to tell you.
No. Is there like a little bit of like a half a paragraph that talks about how the light huggers are such a commodity and are so valued because the conjoiners have not been making engines for 100 years, but there are still conjoiners going around doing maintenance, but they've lost the ability to make the engine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or they refuse to.
Or they refuse. Okay, so we don't really know.
We don't.
Are
know.
Are they a human culture?
Yeah. But you don't find out much about the conjoiners, I think, in Revelation space. The conjoiners are much more important in Redemption Arc and Absolution Gap, but especially Redemption Arc. Redemption Arc is really all about conjoiners.
I'm looking forward to that one.
But basically, it was like sometime back in the 22nd century on Mars. They were sort of like a almost like a scientific cult. They were basically doing more and more like experiments to like link more and more of
bunch of
their
people
minds.
put Neuralink in their heads.
Right. Yes.
And like tried to network more and more of their minds faster and faster. And then they achieved something called the Trans Enlightenment. That's what they called it. They had some kind of singularity event.
Okay.
And it was like some kind of like really big fucking deal. The actual details of it are a little vague. But basically the conjoiners got super smart and their technologies just like leaped way ahead of everyone else's, like noticeably, very quickly.
Yeah.
And everybody else got really, really freaked out and really mad and started to fight a war with the conjoiners to try and like kill them off before they could take over the whole system or something like that. And eventually there was detente, and the Conjoiners said, okay, all right, everybody chill. We're gonna stop fighting. Some different factions, like there was like, again, you find this is stuff that's like in a short story and in Redemption Arc. There was a faction of humans called like the Committee for Biological Purity or some shit like that were like, religiously against cybernetics and genetic engineering.
Yeah.
And they were a big part of the crusade against the Conjoiners, but something happened to them and they lost a lot of political power and other factions came up. So eventually, the Conjoiners and the rest of human beings kind of had a peace treaty, and the Conjoiners said, "Hey, guess what? We'll build a whole bunch of Lighthuggers ships for you guys if you stop trying to kill us." And the
Yeah, you can fly
Demarchists,
around. And...
yeah, the Demarchists especially. There's another faction called the Demarchists, which are the people who founded Yellowstone and a bunch of other places, and they're a bunch of like radical democracy, radical freedom, libertarian
Democratic
types.
anarchists, basically.
Yeah, democratic
I think that's
anarchists.
the portmanteau.
Yeah. But yeah, they allied with the Conjoiners, and that's why the Demarchists got Yellowstone and made like an awesome huge culture there because they had access to these Lighthuggers.
Is it implied, because I don't know if I've gotten this from part of the book or knowledge from previous exposure, that some of the Conjoiners were like, hey, come on and join the joining. And some of them were like, you're going to fucking love this. Get over here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they were taking recruits on for a while, and I that was also very threatening to me.
Well, when you say
because it was
taking, like
no,
Volyova took Kuri,
no, they were
okay.
they were like
Accepting recruits is one thing.
But they were accepting recruits. They
weren't
eventually
assimilating recruits?
during the war they started to assimilate recruits because they felt like
okay.
they had no choice.
Yeah.
But before the war it was voluntary only. But that was the thing. It was
Gotcha.
like once you were a conjoiner, nobody ever wants to leave.
Right.
They were,
Go get joined.
that was like anyone who ever became a conjoiner never wanted to leave.
Yeah.
So as from the outside, it looked like they were being mind controlled, but they were, all of them, they were just insisting like, no, this is really the best fucking thing ever. You don't understand.
Super good.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, a lot of cults say that.
Yeah.
So we can understand.
Yeah, but it's people's perspective. But it was like literally everyone was like you're literally feeling everybody else's thoughts and minds, and it was it was a thing. But they're still around. Yeah, they're still kicking around. Corey there's a quick mention of them when Corey wakes up from her 20-year wait for a Lighthugger heading towards Resurgam, that while she was asleep, apparently the Conjoiners came and the Conjoiners came by and they took the mosquito net off the top of the city and instead built some biological
lily
air processor thing down in the
flap
chasm.
of stomach lining across the chasm where the poisonous air belches forth from the mulch. It's filtered through a flesh.
So fucking
a lily
what's that
flesh
guy?
now.
Perdido Street Station. Who's that guy?
Who produced
China
what?
Mavell.
Yeah, China Mavell. That's very his stuff.
I've only ever read Perdido Street Station from him.
What
but
station?
It was pretty over the time. Perdido Street Station.
It's like biopunk kind of.
Yeah, it's like steampunk, but like bio steampunk.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's exactly.
That's the whole vibe is ew.
Is it? If the Zamisi took over the world.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah.
It's meat moss.
This is Zamisi shit.
Yeah. And the Conjoiners, they built a bunch of like new skyscrapers sticking out into the air.
Yep.
And helped revitalize the city and everything apparently. But anyway,
Lily. Hey, do you guys like The Expanse?
Yeah.
I liked the books a lot. I deliberately decided not to watch the show because I was trying to read the books and be like, I don't want to like have images in my head of what stuff looks like.
Yeah.
That spoils my image.
It's nice not having that problem.
How many
Uh,
books?
9.
Whoa! Really?
They're
Yeah,
very fast reads. They're
yeah.
actually quite small as far as
Oh.
novels
I
go. They're
reread them
small.
all last year.
Oh.
They're like 300-page novels, not like
Oh.
500-page
Oh,
novels.
okay. Okay.
You
Yeah,
can
wow.
you can you
Nine
can
sounds like that's a big number to throw at someone when you're talking about
yeah,
books.
no, but seriously, I
I
usually
really like
would
the show
Yeah?
too.
I would
Yeah.
read each one in like a week or less usually.
Okay.
Now
Um,
the show doesn't
Okay.
finish, and it's not gonna finish because
Yeah.
yeah,
some dude got canceled for
being a
canceleds.
rapist, yeah.
Well, that's
Um,
something to get canceled for.
Yep.
well, I think the other thing was too is they might have talked about it is the Expanse. The novels the novels go through a whole fucking like
Oh yeah,
up
big
like
time
Generational.
skip.
Oh, okay.
not even generational time skip. I mean a little bit, yeah, but it's just like so much stuff happens, and like the focus of the story for the first 3 books
Really
is
pulls
different
back.
from the focus of the story for the next 3 books, and then the focus of the story for the next 3 books is very, very different again. They're like
Okay.
it like I say 9 books, but it's almost like it was almost I think it's
Three
almost like
parts.
constructed as like 3 trilogies almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and if they were some the guys writing it were some George R. R. Martin style motherfuckers, they would have put out like
They're
three
his
900
assistants,
page books.
Yeah, I thought they
actually.
were
They
some
did,
George R. R.
Yeah,
Martin
they
motherfuckers.
were.
yeah. Yeah, no, I know, but they don't.
They're not doing the same thing.
They're not.
They're not
They're
writing
not doing
1100
history.
Yeah,
page
they're
books.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. They're not writing
I
900
got you.
page
I follow
books.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
Mars. This is Mars. Things are on Mars.
Yeah, yeah. Mars,
yeah,
Mars is a thing.
yeah. Mars.
Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place.
what is the
Sort of
title
egalitarian.
in reference to? What is the Expanse?
Oh,
I think that it is space.
yeah,
It's very
space.
big.
Yeah, everything.
Oh.
Everything beyond the atmosphere is the expanse.
Oh, okay.
Not like the Boots Void or anything. It's just specifically space is fucking big.
Yeah, it's just you're out there. You're in the expanse.
When you're on Mars.
Have either of you guys seen Aniara
You see what?
or read it? I guess it's. I mean, it's an epic poem, but like
No.
they made it's like a Scandinavian movie,
Spaceship.
science fiction movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about it's really like
I've
it's
heard
kind of
of
like
it,
a
yeah.
colony ship that gets knocked off course, and then it's like,
I feel like I
well,
have
where's the
not
next
seen it.
stop on the bus? Except, space is too big. It's a horror movie by my book, but like
Is it like very?
essentially,
Oh, is it very holodecky?
there is a Mimarobe, which is kind of a holodeck type thing. It breaks down after a couple of decades. That's not great for everybody.
Is it like the main focus of the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, I have. Yeah, I have seen this. I do not remember it. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I'll
that's
watch.
fine.
Maybe I
It's
will watch it again.
yeah, it's you know how we were talking about movies that hurt you, and then
Yeah,
you're like, okay, I saw
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
that kind of movie.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a look at it. Maybe we should all watch Stalker. Someday I'm gonna make every single one of
Oh,
you motherfuckers watch.
Tarkovsky?
Yes, but
Yes, I want to very badly.
someday
Watch
I'm.
what?
Stalker. It's the movie that's based on the book Roadside Picnic, and the game is also based on that. Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but
But
not
not like
really.
when I say based on, I mean
Yeah.
it's like in the same way that Star Wars is based on Jodorowsky's Dune.
Yeah.
What? Is that even partially true?
Yeah.
A little
It's
bit.
true.
The people who
Does
worked
some
on
of the
Jodorowsky's
DNA?
Dune,
Yeah,
there's DNA
Yeah.
from Jodorowsky's Dune in Aliens, Star Wars,
I knew about
like all kinds
aliens or
Yeah, because
alien.
Jodorowsky's Dune never got made. So,
Yeah,
but
so
so then the
the
guys,
parts of it were lying
yeah,
around.
some of the concept art got sort of like readapted and reused
and like the
for other
prop
things.
makers and like the people who learned a
Yeah.
lot of techniques and stuff.
Yeah. They were like, well, I came up with this cool ass fucking spacesuit that no one's ever gonna see. I might as well use it for this other space movie I'm making.
Yeah.
That's like stuff like that used to happen all the time. Like, remember we were talking about Star Trek, and
Oh, how it looked like they
Or
would just go
the
next
hor-
door and get whatever
yeah,
props.
yeah. Remember
yeah.
the Horta that looked like
Oh, the Blob. Yeah, it was
the
from.
Blob,
It was a
and it was
giant
from
amoeba from the Twilight Zone.
yeah, from the Twilight. Was it or the Twilight Zone, or what was what's that other show?
Oh,
The Outer Limits.
the outer. Yes,
The
yes,
Outer
yes, yes,
Limits.
yes. That's
It
correct.
was
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
it was a giant amoeba from the Outer Limits that they repainted.
To be a blob, a
Nice.
lava blob monster.
Yeah, I love them. Rock Monster.
The
Yeah.
horn
And
shot.
God,
they
I
have
wish I could
starship
try
Delicious.
starships that are filled with rock for Horta to
that.
carve around and blob around in and pilot through
Yeah.
touching rocks, rock Horta interfaces.
Good,
Um, Yeah, Stalker is it is very beautifully shot and photographed, and that director is amazing, and there's all kinds of crazy tragic stories related to that movie and this guy's movies, and it is an excellent movie to fall asleep to. It is like 3 hours long, and so much of it is just looking at shit with really high quality film. Like just
Oh.
looking at the Russian countryside for so
Yeah.
fucking long while some guy tells you weird parables. It's a fucking
That sounds
trip.
great.
That's cool.
Someday you will all
What are you doing
watch
after this?
man, what's the name of the movie I can't think of that I desperately long to torment all of you with? It's the most Evangelion movie.
Is it the movie about the people putting on a show in a
Yes.
warehouse?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the one.
I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, we're all gonna watch it someday.
No. Oh, no.
That
You can't make
movie
me.
is the fucking definition of drink deep and descend. It's
Can't
called
make-
Schenectady, New
Can't
York.
make
can't make me
Syn-
do that.
Schenectady.
Synecdoche.
Synecdoche,
Synecdoche.
I think.
That word, I think, has a really interesting definition.
I thought it was Schenectady, like New York. And I
Right, but
looked
it's
it up,
not.
and I
It's
was like, it's not that.
Synecdoche.
Yeah. And then I read about it.
Crap!
What is that?
Do you believe that you both heard that, right? It didn't get like noise suppressed or something?
I
No,
heard
extremely loud beeps.
That is
Oh,
what
well,
happens if I leave my Bluetooth speaker connected and I pick up my phone and I unlock it. It makes that like alarm sound.
Oh, it punishes you.
Yes. Like, why the fuck did you leave me on?
Oh, why are you touching your phone?
Yeah,
It's
that
bad
too.
for you.
Stop doing that.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's like a safety mechanism because they're like, just in case you're about to start watching porn.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, that's pretty, yeah.
In case you're about to broadcast,
Oh yeah, you know
Unmentionable.
what a synecdoche is? It's
don't.
like it's referring to a whole person as like a mullet. Like look at that mullet over there. It's referring to a whole thing as like a part of it. Like if you like
Oh, okay.
boy, I wish I had a better example than that. Common
Look at that.
examples. I need to get some new wheels. He's
Mm,
got a great set of threads representing the outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
So,
that mullet.
Look at those bullets over there.
Look at that crowd of mullets over there. I guess you could have a crowd of trench coats.
Exactly. But yeah, it's that. So that's a synecdoche. It's referring to something by looking at a part of it, which goddamn that fucking movie is. Yeah.
Or like pretty much
That is the
What I
ultimate
referred
that
to.
is the ultimate end of any type of Evangelion discussion or David Lynch discussion. That's the keystone to my whole fucking personal lore of
I don't think David
stuff
Lynch wanted to hurt us.
that I consider mythology. You don't think
No.
that. You don't think that David Lynch
don't
wanted
think
you to
so.
feel the extreme of every possible human emotion. You don't think that that's what he wanted for you?
Lynch. It's because you're not right. You need to get right, and then it won't hurt.
There's some of that. That's part of it, yeah. Fix your hearts or
You
die.
know, fix your hearts or die.
If
Yeah.
this hurts, if this might be, it maybe it's for a reason.
You're watching movies on your goddamn telephone.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah,
Why are you even touching your phone?
stop that.
Well, Revelation Space is awesome. Thank you for talking to me about it. I'm very interested
Hell yeah.
in The Expanse.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Love to talk about it.
Yeah, I recommend the books. They're good.
They will be on my
I
list of things to
I
do.
everyone's told me the TV show is nothing but good. I have no
Yeah, it's
reason to
good.
believe that it is not, but I
Two or
guess
three
now that I
seasons,
finished,
something like that.
no, like 5 seasons.
Oh, really? Wow, so
Yeah.
much more of this than I thought there was. Okay.
But yeah, but now that I've read all the books, I don't really feel like I need to watch 5 seasons of a show.
Yeah,
And that's
I
the thing
feel you.
too.
I
Is
feel you on that. I've done
I,
that
I
shit.
I don't always know nowadays when someone says 5 seasons. I'm like, okay, is it 5 seasons of 8 episodes, or is it 5 seasons
Of
of 20
15, 20.
episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
difference.
because I genuinely don't know anymore most of the
Yeah.
time. You know, if someone says like HBO, I'm like, okay, yeah, 8, 10 maybe,
Yeah.
because
That's
HBO
likely now. Yeah.
just all that's just
They
what
have
they
a
do.
formula, and really, a lot Prestige
But
basically it's come down to 8 to 10, 8 to 12
yeah, yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
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 they've
yeah,
figured out how long a story should be.
yeah, yeah, yeah. God, do they even still make like 20, 24 episode dramas or TV shows, seasons on
Can you
network TV?
imagine Jack Bauer getting made today?
Somebody told
I
me
mean,
that there are like sitcoms on like if you have like regular TV and watch
I
ABC
guess
that there are still sitcoms being
Is
no,
that
that's
made.
still
true.
wait, is that still a
No,
thing? Is ABC still
I
real?
was like,
gotta,
that's the,
God.
what?
No, of course, that's true. Sitcoms and what do you call them? Oh my God, my mind is like just blanking out. Police procedurals,
Yeah, procedurals for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's
doc,
Law and Order
doc,
is definitely being
doc,
made.
doctor shows,
Yeah,
fireman
CSI.
shows,
oh yeah, Grey's Anatomy.
cop
I bet they're still
cop
making
Grey's
that.
Anatomy is still on. It's been on for like 30 seasons.
cop shows, lawyer shows.
People
Yeah,
love them.
procedurals.
People love
People love
procedure.
them.
People love formula.
Dude, like I said, I at some point last year I had like this weird like urge to just kind of binge like a procedural, and I watched like 5 or 6 seasons of House in like a month
What's it
or
like?
something like that.
Yeah, you've told me.
This
Yeah.
man needs
It's a
more. What is
procedural.
it that he needs more of?
Needs more mouse bites.
More mouse bite. That's it. That's it.
This man needs my mouse bites to live.
Yeah.
That's the meme.
That's the meme.
Yeah.
He needs more mouse bites.
Why? I've never heard of that type of medical condition before.
Stupid. Now, mouse bites.
Mouse bites.
They might go through a couple rounds of it, you know. House might be like, no, it's definitely mouse bites, and the mouse bites actually make it worse. And he's like, oh, it wasn't mouse bites, and he'll have a moment of doubt, and then he'll be like, no, what it was is, I should have used squirrel bites. I was almost right. Yeah,
He needs more mouse bites. I didn't give him enough.
and then there might be some drama about his drug abuse.
Oh, right. That's his ongoing.
And then he says
or-
something mean but true.
Yeah, exactly. Mean but true.
Oh, he's that kind
Occasionally-
of guy. He's that kind of. He's
Yeah.
the tough. You know,
Yeah.
he tells
Yeah.
it like it is, but this is what you got to.
Yeah.
What's what they need to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Mean
exactly.
but true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he mostly
He did
skewing.
something so mean but so true.
Yeah, skewing heavily towards the mean rather than the
Yeah.
true.
Well, he doesn't just go around saying true things. Like, he does cherry pick. He's like, what's the
Yes.
meanest true thing I could say to you?
Right.
Yeah.
Which that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
type of
medicine.
guy.
It's not supposed to taste good, patient.
Mhm.
But yeah, very
Just like Dan
predictable.
Sylvester.
Yeah, very
Yeah, Dan
predictable.
Sylvester and Dr. House.
Very-
Yeah, I can see them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Similar
yeah,
kinda,
Dan Sylvester is very,
yeah.
very housey.
Yeah.
The difference is House eventually goes and gets
Obelisks. They're not
therapy.
supposed to feel good.
Yeah.
Events. Amarantin events
They're
are not
not
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
feel good.
culture
Um,
eradicating explosions.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Dan Sylvester, he's like, everyone listen to me. I've got a point. If the Amarantin sun blows up again, it'll be bad. And everyone's like, oh yeah, no shit, but we don't think that's likely. And he's like, no, it's more likely than you think. And then when they look into it, they're like, holy shit, I guess it is more likely than we thought.
Yeah. Their son killed all of them.
And it might have something to do with a neutron star called Hades.
Oh.
We gave the neutron star a cool name, Hades, and we gave its little moon a cooler name, Cerberus.
Yeah.
Hades and Cerberus.
That is cool.
That's cool. We named it that for no particular reason.
No particular reason. Just because it sounded cool. We didn't go with a whole like Greek mythology theme for any of the other planets in the star system.
Well, it's like they named the planet
you know.
Yellowstone. They should have called it like Super Volcano.
There's actually, I'm trying to remember, there's several planets named after national parks in the United States.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is
There's besides Yellowstone, there's
not
a planet
Resurgam.
No, not Resurgam, but there's a planet called Grand Teton.
No, oh, that's that's very funny.
And that's where Niels you find out like the next chapter. I think Niels Jeridu says that's where he's originally from. And he was there before he came to Yellowstone, and then he came then to Resurgam with the expedition.
Spindrift is not a national
No,
there's Surge
park.
though.
Surge is a national park.
I'm trying to remember the last one. There was a third one. There's Yellowstone, Grand Teton, and something else. Like maybe it was Yosemite or something like that. Oh yeah, there's a Yosemite.
Ah.
And there's Grand Teton. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Thanks, Theodore Roosevelt.
He named those things the Tetons?
Thanks, Teddy.
Well,
no, but he's the National Park Service is kind of his thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
The fact that
cool.
we've got these crazy big parks that don't get developed.
Yeah.
I hope they don't.
He was like, you need to be outdoors or you'll get sick.
Yeah, cool guy.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else about him.
And while we're outdoors, let's shoot a bunch of these animals and stuff them.
Yeah, they
fight
named
each
the
other.
bears after him. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like you go to I go to take my kid to the Metropolitan Museum of American History. What is it? Not the American
Natural History Museum.
Natural History Museum.
Yeah.
And there's a big Teddy Roosevelt plaque there, and I was like, did he? They have a lot of like displays where they have like these animals that are basically like stuffed and mounted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like these taxidermied animals, like and these sort of like fake painted natural habitats. And I'm like, did Teddy Roosevelt shoot these animals?
Only the Megalotherium.
Good question. Really good question.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yo, thank you to both of you.
Yeah, that was rad.
Thanks, guys.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna read to like 10 or so. I don't know.
If you're already at 8, I feel like I can
Kuya
do
and I will read
better.
as far as we can.
I'm kind of cruising ahead. You guys tell me how far you are on like tell me how far you are on like Tuesday or something like that.
Okay. But I was gonna say roughly aim for 11 or 12 and kind of why don't we check in on Tuesday and see where we all are at? So
okay,
I think that works.
I think these chapters get shorter near the end of the book too. I was